Hello, Francis. Thanks a lot for coming through. Welcome. Why is it so important for you to address Black identity?
First of all, I'll say I'm Black, and it's also very important that people like me are well represented in media. And I like to speak in the German context since I live here. You hardly see Black represented in media. I mean, you see a few, but you hardly see it where it should be. And I took that responsibility of documenting that space and also bring visibility to the community that is mostly, I want to say, not seen, but exist.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, when you look at the current state of Black representation, what are your thoughts? Are we heading in the right direction?
I would say we are heading in the right direction. I mean, you could look at the last couple of the last 3 years. A lot of things has changed in Germany in particular. I mean, since the George Floyd conversation, a lot of people now are more aware of their. I don't want to say they're aware of their identities. They know what they look like, but now they take it more seriously. And yeah, I would say it's going in the right direction. And more media houses are taking cognizance of this fact that Black people have to be part of the storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds even weird saying that Black people have to be part of the storytelling because, of course, we should, right? That's pretty straightforward.
That should be the normality. That should be the normal situation. But we live, sadly, in a world that it's not always what we wish for that we get. But I believe that, like you asked previously, it's important that we go in the right step. A lot of things that hasn't been done properly in the past, but I think people are now taking that precaution in doing the right things now.
Better late than never, it said. I mean, you mentioned earlier you living in Germany and looking at all the things that you observe. You've been here for a couple of years now. How has living in Germany impacted the work that you do?
Okay, I used to live in South Africa. I lived there for 8 years, and I've been in Germany now for the last 8 years. And originally, I'm sure you know, I'm Nigerian, so I have that journey, ahead of me. And I would say Germany has also impacted in how I tell my stories because initially in South Africa, I was all about the lifestyle type of work. But since I moved here, I mean, you are confronted daily with what you call the microaggressions sometimes, or you're confronted with lack of visibility, and that has also made me aware that I needed to do something. So that has actually impacted my work deeply, I would say.
Yeah. You're holding a book, I see. We talked about getting into this book, Hair Like This. What motivated you to dig into a book like this?
I must be honest with you. I would say, first of all, I would say personal reasons. As my son, I mean, I'm a father of boys, and they have this type of hair. And it was a struggle having to explain why the hair is different. And secondly, I took part in, I did a documentation with almost 80 Black people in Germany. And I found that the conversation around hair is deeper than we know. It's also, it makes up basically the whole existence. And for me, it was very important to reach out to different age groups. And I thought, since I also have kids, it's important that I reach out to that audience. And that's what made me go into this.
I'm happy about the book because I don't have kids yet. If I do have kids in future, I'll definitely have to show them, the type of hair and why it's okay to have any type of hair. It is part of your identity.
I mean,
yeah. So let's talk about the audience you're targeting with a book like this.
Okay. Okay, I would say everybody. I mean, the thing about kids' book is that you do not only reach out to the kids, you also reach out to the parents. You see, it's a kind of interesting story. I would tell you, most of the people that have let me say, the people that bought this book are not just Black kids or not kids of color. There are also a lot of white parents that buy such a book like this, so they're able to sensitize their kids to let them know that there's power in diversity, there's power in being different, and the book also encompasses different characters. It's not just about the hair now. It's also about what makes the hair.
I see. I wish we had all the time. There's so many questions I want to ask, but I think let's wrap it up with this. I mean, from all that you've said, you definitely have a kind of future that you wish to see. What is that future?
The future is what I'm doing now, what people like me are doing now, which is more representation in the media, not just media, also having to lead And I think that would be, we're already making those moves, and our kids would live that dream that they'll live through the reality of our dreams.
Let's do it for the future generation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Francis, for your time. Francis Oghuma.